Okay. First of all, I want to say thanks to Small Talk Speaking Club for this, I think, really valuable opportunity to practice English, to practice my English, and I'm sure that it's really important and useful for those who study English, who love this language, and for me as well. So let's get started. I've chosen the topic of importance of self-love, and I think that it's really interesting. But first of all, I should introduce myself. My name is Daniil Shanin. I'm 19. I'm a student of the second year, studying to become a teacher of French and English. So that is why in my educational program, French is considered to be the first language. That is why my English skills may be a little bit lower now, but that is why I'm here to practice. So it's essential to understand why I decided to talk about self-love. Sometimes I notice that many people underrate, doesn't completely understand what the self-love is, and then they have some troubling situations that could be prevented if the person treated himself better. So I think it's the reason why I decided to make a whole presentation about it. What is self-love? Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Of course, self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing yourself to please others. What does self-love mean to you? Of course, self-love is such thing. It can be different for different people, but it's really important to understand what exactly is convenient for you. For example, it can be talking to and about yourself with love, so no self-hate. Giving yourself a break from self-judgment. It's a really important point, in my opinion, because there are some situations when we decided to take some, I don't know, a way to improve ourselves, but when something goes wrong, we're like, oh no, I'll never get it. And then the next one is setting healthy boundaries, and it's not only about healthy lifestyle, but it's also about our communication, about the people who are around us. So we should put the healthy boundaries to make it comfortable for us. Being true to yourself. We shouldn't lie to ourselves, I think it's clear. Forgiving yourself when you aren't being true or nice to yourself, I think it can be connected with the second point, giving yourself a break from self-judgment. Of course, we should prioritize. We should appreciate the point of prioritizing yourself, because we born alone and we die alone. So the main person in our life, I guess, it's we are. For many people, self-love is another way to say self-care. For example, it can be connected with listen to our bodies. So we shouldn't, I don't know, go for another jogging another day when we feel like we are already exhausted. Take breaks from work and move or stretch. So we should take some breaks from different kinds of activities. Put the phone down and connect to yourself or others, or do something creative. I think that it's really interesting, and it's very actual nowadays, because this thing, the phone, it takes a lot of our energy and a lot of our will. It takes our concentration, our attention, eating healthy, but sometimes indulge in your favorite foods. So I think it's clear. How and why to practice self-love? As I said, there are a lot of ways to do it, but there are some of them. Becoming mindful. I think that persons who love themselves tend to know and at least try to know what they want to be. So that is why it's easier for them to keep the self-love lifestyle. Taking actions based on need rather than want. What I can say about it? It's the way that reduce your automatical behavior that leads you to some wrong patterns, some wrong purposes. Practicing good self-care. It's all about your keeping in shape. It's all about your healthy food choice, I guess. Making room for healthy habits. And I think that this one is connected with the previous, actually. I took one note from Sarah Bosworth that I liked. It sounds like self-love begins when we observe our actions and words with compassion as if we were our own best friend. And I think that it's one of the best definitions for self-love. And finally, to practice self-love, first of all, we should be kind, patient, gentle, and compassionate to yourself the way you would with someone else that you care about. Thank you for your attention.